the revision on fundamental unit of a life. Okay, we are only discussing about the question answers in this session. Okay, so write down first question. I will discuss, and while coming here you have to write all the answers. Okay, and come write down the first question. What are the plastids? What are the plastids? Name the different types of the plastids found in plant cell. Okay. Write down the question. What is plastids? Name the different types of plastids found in the plant cell. Okay. Plants are these plastids are nothing but what? Organelles, which we are found in the plants. Okay. And that are chloroplast, then chromoplast and leucoplast. Okay. Chromoplast containing what? Chlorophyll. Okay. And chromoplast, which contains the carotenoids and colored plastids in it, and leucoplast contains white or colorless plastids they are containing. Okay, so these are nothing but what? Plastids. Where they are found? Plastids are nothing but organelles which are found in the plants. Okay, so they are of three types. One is chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. Getting this? Write down. The next question. What is plasma? What is plasma? What is plasma? What is plasma membrane made up of? What is plasma membrane made up of? So we know that plasma membrane made up of the protein as well as lipids. Okay, plasma membrane is made up of what? Protein and lipids. Next question. What did Robert Hooke observe first in the cork cell? Write down. What did Robert Hooke observe first in the cork cell? Okay, what he observed initially when he took a peel of onion and then he observed in the microscope, he saw there is what? A compartment. How the train compartments are there, like compartments, wall structure he observed. Okay, that it is a box like structure, means they are having many compartments, formed a honeycomb structure that he observed in the microscope for this onion peel. Okay, peel of the onion. So that is what he observed, and from that he said that each cell is having what? Cell wall, or it is separated by the cell wall. Okay, getting this? Okay, write down next question. Name the autonomous organelles in the cell. Name the autonomous organelles in the cell. Okay, what are the autonomous organelles in the cell? Does anyone know? The chloroplast and mitochondria are the autonomous organelles of the cell. Okay, so chloroplast and mitochondria are autonomous organelles in the cell. This is the answer. Now next one, write down. What does protoplasm refer to? What does protoplasm refer to? So protoplasm refers to what? Cytoplasm as well as nucleus. Very important. Okay. So protoplasm, people are writing different answer here. Protoplasm refers to cytoplasm and nucleus. Okay. Write down. Then next one, name two cells which keep changing their shape. Write down. Name two cells which keep changing their space, keep changing their shape. Yes, I am talking in English only. Okay, so name two cells which keep changing their shape. Okay, so what are the two cells which are continuously changing their shapes? Do you know? Amoeba and white blood cells are continuously changing their shape. Okay, okay, So what are the two cells are there which are continuously changing the shape? Amoeba and white blood cells. Okay, now next, these are the questions which are related to 1 mark. Maybe they will ask in MCQ, or maybe they will ask in assertion and reason. Okay, so now next question, write down, name the smallest cell, name the smallest cell and the longest cell in a human body. Name the smallest cell and longest cell in the human body. Okay. So what are the smallest and longest cell in the human body? Does anyone know? A smallest blood cell. A smallest cell is nothing but what, your red blood cell. Okay. And sperm, which is what, the sperm is also what, single celled, which is observed in the male. Okay. And longest cell is nothing but what, a nerve cell. Okay, so which are there in the spinal region. So smallest is what, red blood cell, or we can say that sperm cell. Okay, and longest is nothing but nerve cell. Okay, finished. Chalo, next question. Name three features. Name three features seen. Name three features seen present in almost every cell. Name three features seen or present in almost every cell. Okay, what are the three features are seen in the nucleus? Does anyone know? Plasma membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Okay, these are the three important parts in the nucleus. Plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. These are the three important things are there in the cell. In the cell. Next one, what is diffusion? Very important question. What is diffusion? What is diffusion? Okay, what do you mean by diffusion? Diffusion is nothing but what, the gases like CO2 and O2, they are moving across the cell membrane. Okay, so that is nothing but, that process is nothing but what, diffusion. Can you getting understood? What do you mean by diffusion? Diffusion is nothing but, it is a process where CO2 and O2 are what, moving across the cell membrane, is called as a diffusion. Getting this? Okay, write down next question. Write down next question. What is osmosis? What is osmosis? What is osmosis? OSMOSIS. Osmosis? Question mark. This takes place. This takes place from high water concentration. High water concentration to low water concentration. To low water concentration. Okay, what is a osmosis? This takes place from higher water concentration to low water concentration. Okay, so what is the osmosis? Does anyone know the answer for osmosis? Does anyone know the answer? What do you mean by osmosis? Osmosis is also one process where there is a movement of water through selectively permeable membrane, is called as a osmosis. Very important here. Osmosis is nothing but the movement of water molecules through selectively permeable membrane, is called as what, osmosis. Okay, and always this osmosis takes place from higher concentration to the lower concentration. Getting this? Write down, this takes place always from higher concentration to lower concentration. Understood what is a osmosis? Osmosis is nothing but what, movement of water molecules, okay, through the selectively permeable membrane, because even that cytoplasm, around that any wall is there, for that is also some small spaces are there, so that the gases or other liquids we can exchange. Okay, so it always, the water molecules are moving through selectively permeable membrane. That process is called as a osmosis. Okay, and this takes place from higher to lower concentration. What is the full form of DNA? Does anyone know? Can you type the answer? What do you mean by DNA? Long form of DNA? Yes, can anyone type? DNA is nothing but deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, deoxyribonucleic acid is nothing but DNA. So next question, what is the junction of chromosome? What is the junction of chromosome? Can you getting this? What is the junction of chromosome? Yes, does anyone know what is the junction of chromosome? Chromosomes are present in every human body, and the chromosomes which are containing the information for the inheritance of the feature from the parents, okay, to the next generation, means the character which the parents are transferring to the next generation, that which characters they are transferring, that information is hold or stored in the chromosome. Okay, so that are nothing but what? Chromosome junction. Okay, chromosome contain the information for inheritance of features from parents to next generation in the form of DNA molecules. Getting understood what is the junction of chromosome? Okay, next question, write down. Name the organelles present in a liver. Name the organelles present in a liver of animals, liver of animals, for detoxifying, for detoxifying many poisonous, many poisonous, many poisons and drugs, many poisons and drugs. Name the organelles present, name the organelles present in the liver, name the organelles which are present in the liver of animals, liver of the animals, for detoxifying many poisons and drugs, for detoxifying many poisons and drugs. Okay, so already we did the tissue chapter revision. There we learned there is in liver which cells are there. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in detoxifying many poison and toxic from the liver part. Okay, so in the liver of animal cells, there is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum which will help to detoxify the toxic and poisons which are present in the liver. Okay, write down next question. What is the energy currency of the cell? Does anyone know the answer for this? What is the energy currency of the cell? Does What is the energy currency of the cell? What is the energy currency of the cell? Does anyone know? If no, you can type the answer. Energy currency of the cell is nothing but what? ATP, no? Okay, adenosine triphosphate is known as energy currency in the cell. Okay, next, what is the function of ribosome? What is the function of ribosome? Write down. What is the function of ribosome? Does anyone know? Ribosomes, they are what help to synthesize the protein. That is the correct answer. Okay. Ribosomes are helping for synthesizing the protein. That is the answer. Next question, write down where where are genes located in the cell? Where are genes located in the cell? Where are genes located in the cell? Genes are located in the chromosomes in the nucleus of the cell. Okay. So cell contains a nucleus, and in that nucleus chromosomes are present. Okay. In normal human body 46 chromosomes are there, or we can say that 23 pairs of chromosomes are present in the human body. Okay. Now next question, name the organelles that helps in packaging. Name the cell organelles that helps in packaging. Okay, what is that for packaging? The cell, that Golgi apparatus is helpful for the packaging. So answer is Golgi apparatus. See, whatever the question I am taking now, that is all are 1 mark question. When 2 marks question will start, that I will let you know. But this 1 mark question, maybe they will ask for MCQ or in assertion based question or competency based question might they ask. Okay, that's what I'm just asking you to write the question, and I'm telling the answer orally. After this session you can recall the answer and try to write the answers for that questions. Okay, so that automatically your chapter will be prepared. Okay, so we finished the last one. Name the cell organelles that helps in packaging, that is the Golgi apparatus. Understood? Chalo. Next question, write down name the cell organelle. Name the cell organelle which helps in the transportation of material. Which helps in the transportation of material. Name the cell organelle which helps in the transportation of material. Okay, there is a transportation of material. Okay, which cell organelle helps? Endoplasmic reticulum, remember. Okay, so whenever there is a transportation of any material is there, then we have the endoplasmic reticulum which transfers the products or it transports the material. Okay, so endoplasmic reticulum is the organelle, cell organelle which helps for the transportation. Okay, for materials. So next question, name the cell organelle. Name the cell organelle due to which. Name the cell organelle due to which leaves comma flowers and fruits get their color. Name the cell organelle due to which leaves, flowers and fruits get their color. Does anyone know the answer for this? Does anyone know the answer for this? Which organelle is cell organelle is present or responsible to provide the color for the leaves, flowers and fruits? Does anyone know? If you know, then kindly type the answer. Does anyone know? Chromoplast is the answer. Okay, here answer is what? Chromoplast. So cell organelle which gives the color to the leaves, flowers and fruits, that is nothing but chromoplast. Okay, right. Now write down next question. Name the cell organelle. Name the cell organelle which helps in the formation of lysosomes. Name the cell organelle which helps in the formation of lysosome. Okay, name the cell organelle which helps in the formation of lysosome. So which cells are there which are helps to formation of lysosomes? Does anyone know? Yes, can anyone type the answer for this? Does anyone know the information, the cell organelle which helps in the information of lysosomes? That is nothing but the Golgi apparatus. Answer is Golgi apparatus. Then write down next question here. Name the cleansing organelle in the cell. Name the cleansing organelle in the cell. Cleansing organelle in the cell is known as lysosome. Okay, cleansing organelle in the cell is lysosome. Write down. Okay, now next question. Name two cells with cell wall. Name two cells with cell wall. So those are cells, and the cells are having cell wall. Okay, that is cell wall we can observe in the plant cell as well as in fungi. Okay, so they contains what? The cell. Onion is also example. They contains the cell wall, and fungi. These are the examples, okay, which have the cell wall. Now next one. What does the mitochondria have? Largely folded inner membrane. Why does mitochondria have largely folded inner membrane? What is the answer? Does anyone answer? Does anyone know the answer? Here, mitochondria is folded in the inner membrane because mitochondria is providing energy to the cell. Okay, because for cell respiration we require energy, and that energy is provided by the mitochondria. Okay, and they are what? Folded largely in the inner member, so the inner membrane, so that surface area is what gets enlarged or increased, okay, for the ATP generating chemical reactions. Okay, so that is nothing but what? That is the answer. So they allows a more area for the ATP generating chemical. This is the answer. Getting this? Now next one, write down. Which organelle makes the digestive enzyme of lysosome? Which organelle makes the digestive enzyme of lysosome? Which organelle makes the digestive enzyme of lysosome? Okay, so we have soft or smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. So these are the two endoplasmic reticulum we have. So here they are asking digestive enzymes of a lysosome. Okay, which organelle makes the digestive enzyme of a lysosome? So rough endoplasmic reticulum makes the digestive enzyme of a lysosome. Getting this? So you are writing endoplasmic is correct, but they are asking the specific digestive enzyme. That means rough endoplasmic reticulum makes the digestive enzyme of a lysosome. Getting this? Write down next. What are cisterns? Okay, what are cisterns? Cisterns. What are cisterns? Cisterns. Cisterns. Okay. So does anyone know what is cisterns? We have a Golgi body apparatus, correct? So that Golgi bodies consist of system of membrane which bound to the vesicle, and they are arranged in the stack. in the form of stack, that is called as what? Cisterns. Okay, cisterns are nothing but what? It is systematically arranged stack around the which bounded with the membrane. Okay, which is means the which is present in the Golgi bodies, that is nothing but your cisterns. These are the important questions for MCQ as well as for reasoning and assertion. Getting, or maybe they can combine 2-3 question and they will ask for 2 mark or 3 marks. Okay, what do you mean by cisterns? Cistern is nothing but what? A Golgi bodies consist of a system membrane bounded with a vesicle arranged in the stack form is called as what? Cistern. Getting? Okay, now write down next question. These are short type question answers. Okay, try to answer these questions. Just wait, I will come. Yes. Write down next question. System state 2 conditions required for the osmosis. Okay. So just now we did the osmosis. What do you mean by osmosis? Does anyone type? What do you mean by osmosis? The movement of the water molecules through selectively permeable membrane. That is nothing but osmosis. And osmosis is always takes place from higher concentration to lower concentration. That we know. Then here the two condition, out of that one I told you, always the water movement or the movement of the water is always from higher concentration to lower concentration. This is the first condition. Now here semi permeable membrane is also required through which water will flow. Okay, so requirement of the semi permeable membrane. So these are the two conditions. So what is the first condition? The difference in the concentration of a water, that means higher to lower it always moves. Okay, this is the first condition. Second condition, the selectively permeable membrane should be present over there. These are the two conditions which are required for the osmosis process. Okay, can getting, everyone is getting these questions? Okay, you have to write the answer. I'm just providing the questions and I'm discussing the answers. Okay, what should come into the answer sheet? Can you getting this? State 2 conditions required for the osmosis. So first is what? The different concentration or difference in the concentration of the water molecule and presence of the semi permeable membrane in it. So these are the two conditions we require. Write down the next question. What is plasmolysis? What is plasmolysis? IMP question. Mark it. What is plasmolysis? Okay. What is plasmolysis? Plasmolysis. Yes, anyone knows the plasmolysis answer? The plasmolysis is nothing but the living plant loses the water through the osmosis process. Okay, so whenever there is a osmosis process is done, then there is maybe shrinkage. There may be a shrinkage of a shrinkage or contraction of the contents in the cell wall or in the cell away from the cell wall. Okay, this phenomenon is known as a plasmolysis. Okay, I will repeat here. Just give me a 2 minutes. Yes, sorry. So plasmolysis is nothing but what? The living plant cell loses the water, and whenever this losing of water through the osmosis process, and this due to losing of the water there is a shrinkage, or maybe there is a contraction of the contraction of the cell takes place, which is away from the cell wall. Okay, that is called as a plasmolysis. uh, okay, so mark this question as a IMP question, mostly question. Okay, now next one, write down how does fungi and bacteria how does fungi and bacteria can withstand can withstand much greater changes in the surrounding medium in the surrounding medium than the animal cell. How does fungi and bacteria can withstand much greater changes in the surrounding medium than animal cell? Okay, so can you think about this question? Just now we did the osmosis process. So osmosis is nothing but what, losing of the water or we absorbing of the water. So whenever there is a absorption is takes place, then cells are what get swallowed. Okay, and because of this there is a pressure is built against the cell wall. Okay, and whenever the by osmosis process the cells are releasing the water, they are what get shrinked, or they are what gets contracted. Okay, and because of this the cell wall, the cell can withstand with much greater changes in the surrounding medium. Okay, than in animal cell. Getting, this is the answer. Means what, in both the cases there is what, a pressure generated. Means whenever they are absorbing the water from the absorbing the water, the cells are what gets swallowed, and due to swallow of the water, due to absorption of a water, huh, due to absorption generated on the cell wall. Okay, so on the cell wall, and because of that, if any atmospheric changes are takes place, then they can withstand for that changes because of the greater pressure there in the cell wall, so than the animal cell. So this is what the answer. Getting, so this is what the answer. Can you getting? So here osmosis only process, but here absorption takes place, and due to absorption of the water, so cells are what get swallowed, and due to that swelling there is what higher or more pressure is generated on the cell walls, and because of this more pressure, the cell can in any climatic condition or any greater changes which are occur in the surrounding than the animal cell. This is the answer. Chalo, next question. What give the function of a nuclear membrane? What give the function of nuclear membrane? Give the function of a nuclear membrane. Okay, so what are the functions of nuclear membrane? Does anyone know? Yes. Does anyone know the functions of the nuclear membrane? That this cell membrane, this nuclear membrane allows the substance means it allows the substance into out or out to in. Okay, so nuclear membrane is present on the outer covering of the nucleus, and which allows to transfer the material inside and out of the nucleus to cytoplasm. Very important. Okay, so nucleus and cytoplasm, between that there is one membrane is there, and that membrane which allows or which transfers to nucleus or nucleus to. Getting this? Next question. Name the cell organelles. name the cell organelles that have their own DNA. Name the cell organelle that have their own DNA, that have their own DNA and ribosomes. Okay, so here question is that name the cell organelle that have their own DNA and ribosomes. Okay, what are that cells? Mitochondria and plastids, just now we discussed. Okay, they are known as what? Autonomous. Autonomous means independent. Okay, so they having their own DNA and ribosomes, so that are nothing but mitochondria and plastids. Getting this? Write down next very IMP difference. Okay, write down smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Differentiate between smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so can you differentiate this? Smooth endoplasmic, the name itself indicates that it is a smooth, and rough is what? It looks like a rough. Okay, and here smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in manufacture of fats or molecules of the lipid. Okay, this is one. These are the two differences. And in rough endoplasmic, they appear as a rough, and ribosomes are attached with this rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and they are always synthesizing proteins. Getting here? In SER, in smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they are what? Manufacturing the proteins and lipids. Okay, proteins, sorry, not protein, fats and lipids, and here they are synthesizing the protein in RER. Getting? So these are the differences in between these two. Okay, now next question, IMP question, mark it. What is endocytosis? What is endocytosis? Very IMP question. What is endocytosis? What is endocytosis? Does anyone know endocytosis means? The cell membrane which easily allows the cell to engulf in food. Okay, to engulf in food and other material from the external environment. Okay, so this process, that process is known as what? Endocytosis. For example, amoeba uses this process or follows this process because it with the help of pseudopodia or with a false leg, it captures its food, and it possesses, and then it shows all the processes like respiration, digestion, excretion. Okay, that it does. And as it is maturing to taking a food, the nucleus is what get broadened and it is get divided. So the due to the binary fission, that is what gets separated, means two new daughter cells are formed due to the fission in the amoeba. So here that is not required, but you should know the example. They are asking here only endocytosis. Endocytosis is nothing but what? The cell which allows to engulf the food, to the engulf the food, other material from the external environment. Just wait. Okay, chalo. Endocytosis we finished. Now we will start What is the function of vacuoles? Write down, what is the function of vacuoles? What is the function of vacuoles? Can anyone type the answer? What is the function of vacuoles? Vacuoles are present to store the lipids or solid content. Okay, these vacuoles are known as a storage sac. Okay, so plant cells, it provides the turgidity and rigidity to the cell, and single celled organism have a vacuoles to store the food. Okay, for example, amoeba. Vacuoles are nothing but what? A storage sac where you can store the solid or liquid content in it. Okay, and in single celled organism like amoeba, they are using these vacuoles to store the food content. Getting? Write down next one. When we put resins in water, when we put resins in water, why do they swell? Why do they swell? SWELL. Swell. What is the answer? Can anyone answer this question? When we put resins in water, why do they swell? Resins, we know that are dry in nature. Okay, and if we kept it into the water, due to the osmosis process, they absorb the water. Okay, and the water is what flows through the cell wall, and it is what the cell membrane of the resins are what gets swelled over here. Okay, this is due to osmosis process. This osmosis word should come into the answer. Okay, due to osmosis process, the resin wall of the outer membrane is what gets swallowed, because there is what lower concentration, means higher concentration to lower concentration water is what moving. Okay, this is the answer. Write down next one. Why are lysosomes called the suicidal bags? Why are lysosomes called suicidal bags? Okay, why it is known as the suicidal bags? Does anyone know? Lysosomes contain what? Digestive enzymes. Okay, so any and they tell that are helps to clean the cells which are present cells by the digesting of any foreign particle or foreign material which is entering in the cell, such as bacteria, food, and old cell organelles. If they entered, they are what cleaned by the digestive enzymes. Okay, so and that digestive enzymes are present in the lysosomes. So here when lysosome bursts, okay, the digestive enzyme its own digestive enzymes digest the own cell, and hence it is called as a suicidal bags. Getting this? So whenever there is a bacteria are there, then they can burst itself to digest that cell. That is called as the suicidal bag. This process is called as the suicidal bag. Okay, chalo, write down next question. What is nucleoid? Yes, what is a nucleoid? Nucleoid. Nucleoid. Do you know what do you mean by nucleoid? Does anyone know the nucleoid? Absence of nuclear membrane, okay, and which contain the nucleic acid, and this is undefined region in the nuclear region, okay, with nucleic acid is called as a nucleoid. Okay, undefined region with nucleic acid is called as the nucleoid. Getting? Very important definitions. These definitions maybe they will ask for MCQ or competency based question. Okay, nucleoid is what? Undefined region with nucleic acid. Okay, that is called as a nucleoid. What is the role of cell organelles? Write down next question. What is the role of cell organelles in the cell? What is the role of cell organelles in the cell? Cell organelles are present to perform the specific operation in the body. Okay, maybe they are using for cleaning purpose, maybe if they are using for transportation purpose. Okay, so these different uses are there in the body. So uh, s- uh, each cell organelle possessing specific work, and they are carrying that much only. Okay, next question, write down. Here you have to write down the name. So it is a packaging organelle. It is packaging organelle. Just now we discussed what is the packaging organelle. Packaging organelle is nothing but what? Golgi body. Okay, next, provides energy, mitochondria. Hmm? Helps in the transport of material, that is endoplasmic reticulum, and carries the information is nothing but what? Nucleus, because in nucleus we have the chromosomes, and which contains the gene, and that genes carries what? The inheritance, or the characters which are transferring to the young one. Okay, so in packaging organelle we have a Golgi body, who provides the energy, mitochondria, helps in transport of material is called as endoplasmic reticulum, and carries the information is nothing but nucleus. Getting this? Write down next question. What is the function of nucleus? What is the function of what is the function of nucleus in the cell? What is the function of nucleus in the cell? Okay, what is the answer? What is the function of cell? Cell contains cytoplasm as well as nucleus, and nucleus contains uh, the nucleus contains the different organelles. Okay, so it's important role to determine how the cell can develop, and it exhibits once it becomes mature. Okay, and as well as it gives directing the chemical activities of the cell, because in the cell chromosomes are also present, and that chromosome contains the information. Okay, which information? That is the characters which we are transferring to the young ones. Okay, that information, that means there is a protein synthesis, and protein copying is also takes place, that is DNA copying takes place. So once they are become mature, okay, then they are directing the chemical activities of the cell. Okay, so cells are what? A very performing, or they are possessing very important role in the reproduction of the cell also. Okay, and it also helps the single cell to divide to form a new cells as a daughter cells. Getting this? Now okay, write down next question. Do vacuoles do vacuoles store some do vac do vacuoles store some material if s name them? If s name them? Do vacuoles store some material? If yes, name them. Okay, just now I told you the vacuoles are nothing but what? A storage sacs where we are storing the liquid or solid content. Okay, so these are containing amino acids, sugars, and various organic acids, and some proteins also. And in some unicellular organisms like amoeba, this is a single celled organism, and that single cell organism is also having a vacuole, and which is used, that vacuole is used to store the food in amoeba also. Okay, so normally the vacuole store the material. That is true, that is, yes, it stores the material. And they are containing amino acids, protein, and various organic material in it. And even single cell organism like amoeba also, it contains the vacuole to store the food. Getting this? Write down next question. Explain the structure and function of Golgi bodies. IMP question. Mark it as IMP. Explain the structure and function of Golgi bodies. Okay. So, does anyone know? Yes. What do you mean? What is explain the structure and function of a Golgi bodies? Structure is how much? How you can explain the structure? Here the cell membrane which is bounded. Wait. Okay. So here nuclear membrane is what? Bound in the bounded with the vesicle, and that vesicles are arranged parallelly, okay, to each other. That is called as a, and these membranes have a connections with the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and we know that endoplasmic reticulum, which we are using for packaging and dispatching the various target inside and outside the cell through the Golgi apparatus. Okay, and they are used to store, used to modify, and helps for packaging the products in the vesicles. Okay, and एक minute. We can discuss it later because many parents are came to collect their papers and all. Okay, so anyhow we are meeting by 4 to 6, so that time we can discuss the remaining questions. Okay, so almost some few questions are left that we can do it. Okay, I'll end this session.